Plaintiff, Marlise Glenn, says she met the defendant a couple of weeks ago, and since then he's been acting very inappropriate. Marlise claims the defendant agreed to repair her garage, but instead of repairing it, he caused more damage to it. Defendant Otis Rogers says the day he met Marlise, he agreed to go to her house and fix her garage. Otis claims while in Marlise's car, she started telling him how handsome he was, and then she started talking about her favorite sexual positions. He's countersuing for pain and suffering.
Start with you.
I met Otis maybe a couple weeks ago.
I guess they're laughing. They thought you were gonna go back some years. Yeah. The way you had to think so long.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years or 8? Maybe we
No,
were in
it's
high
only...
school. Let's see, when we left high school,
No, it's only
been about
been
8, Your Honor. Yeah, 6 or 6. No, it was September of 2004. No, September 2005. Instead, you said, I met Otis 2 weeks ago. That's why they're laughing, man. I just wanted to let you know why folks are laughing.
That's fine.
Go
it's
ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, because it is funny.
met him a couple
Because
weeks
within
ago.
those 2 weeks, he's been very inappropriate.
Where did you meet him?
I met him through a mutual friend. And
Just as a friendship or under what circumstance?
Under circumstances of him doing
Work on your property?
correct.
All right, I know you're nervous now. Particularly old Doyle messed with you the first 10 seconds. So I know you're trying to be extra careful so that old Doyle doesn't throw you off. And I'm gonna get him after this because although it was funny, he threw you off. And tell me how you met her and you were introduced by a mutual friend. You give me some background here.
Okay, I met her at my job actually. She came in to acquire some work with her garage. I work in a computer store. So my profession is around computers and she came in asking about work for a garage. Now I told her I could come take a look. My boss volunteered.
Hold on, she came in there to do what?
Her and my boss is close friends.
Got it, all right.
Yeah, so they was talking and she wanted some help with her garage. So my boss volunteered me and she said, okay. So I asked her about payment before we got there, but she said we'd discuss that later after I look at her garage, see if I could even do anything. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But when we get inside the car, I'm sorry, but
Inside the car?
Inside the car on the ride there, I'm sorry, but she is a little bit freaky. She told me I was handsome. She told me I looked good.
What that got to do with being freaky? You don't know how to take a compliment.
I can take a compliment,
What else?
Sir, I can take a compliment. But when you're telling me different sexual positions that you like and that you favor, you're telling me about your current lover that you're having relations with, but he was not pleasing her in the appropriate way that she would like. She asked me not to discuss her life, but why shouldn't I discuss your life when you told me about it?
It's not. I wasn't talking to you. I was
There was somebody else in the car.
No.
She might have been on the phone. Was you on the phone with another Otis?
Who were you talking to, man?
First off, I shouldn't have let you in my car from the
But
beginning.
who were you talking to?
A friend. Not Otis.
They
was
were
ear
in the back?
hustling. No, they weren't in the back. I have an earpiece. I have a Bluetooth. So, the discussion was not between
she was
he and
not
I.
using Bluetooth.
Thank you. It was not between he and I. When I first met him, he was already eyeing me off the gate. And I'm not the one that made sexual advances to him. He's young enough to be my son.
You know I
That's
know
why I
better.
called him a
You
little
know
boy.
I know better than that, what he's talking
Yeah, he a
about.
little boy. Yeah, that's what little boys do. So, they fantasize and make it up. And yeah, I wish you knew what goes on behind my closed doors, but you don't. So don't speak on it. So, Yes.
You know I don't believe that. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I'm glad you saw through that, because that was some nonsense.
But why would you state your business in front of him, though?
It wasn't in front of him all like
if you're
that.
on the Bluetooth, he can hear you, man.
Because he was bopping his head to music, like he was acting like he was not paying attention.
All right, just don't
but the
repeat your
conversation
business
wasn't
like
even
that. All right.
that.
You were taking him to look at your garage.
So I was taking him, first off, you know, when his boss recommended that he come over and look at it, I said, well, he works on computers, not garages, and to my understanding, it could be dangerous trying to work on, you know, those garages, because certain tools you need and everything else. He said, no, just go ahead and go take him, you know, and if he can't do it, then I'll possibly be able to come and fix it. So I said, okay. He said, take pictures. So I said, okay, good idea. So I proceeded to take Otis to my home because he doesn't have a car.
All right, so I got it. You were taking the young man home.
No, not home.
She was taking
That's what you said.
She was
To
taking
my
me to
house.
her house.
That's what I said. You were taking him home with you.
Don't say it. You can't say it.
How you want me to say it?
No, because that sounds a little too graphic when you say it.
What do you mean it sound?
It just sounds like
You picked the young man up and you took him to your home. Now, how you want me to say it?
I took him to my place of residence.
Thank you. And what happened?
And
Y'all went in the garage? That's what you're telling me. Huh?
we did. So, I don't like, oh, okay.
What I do? You're looking at me.
No,
You're looking at me shady.
No. Because he tried to paint a picture like I want his little young self. Don't nobody want, what this little boy gonna do for me? Anyways, back to the garage. So I said, you know, before you touch anything, because he was ready to jump up there.
You need to find a better way to express yourself. You said, before you began giving me an estimate of the repair, something like that.
All right. So.
You said, before you
think that you can fix my garage, let's analyze the situation.
There you go.
So I took pictures of both sides of the garage.
You have those?
I do.
Let me take a look. Young man, you went and...
I'm sorry, but she didn't take any photos while I was standing right there.
Okay.
So
These are the before.
when we got there, she did not take any photos. Now, I saw that was the problem was that was about her garage. It was a spring. It was just her spring wasn't connected to it.
All right, and that's what
So-
it appears.
Yeah, and so I told her I can start working on it right now and start messing with it. She said, okay, that's fine. She said, I'm about to go change it to something else, and she went inside the house.
Here we go. How much
So-
was the estimate?
There was no agreement
So he
about
began
payment.
working on it?
Was yeah. The thing was for him to come to see if he could even attempt to fix it.
right.
He wanted to jump on a chair and go to
Whatever
start
he
working.
wanted to do, what did happen?
So that's what he did. But I told him, I said, wait, so I could take the pictures. So I took the pictures initially, and then I said, okay, now I think you need a special tool in order for the spring to be able to, you know, be pulled the way that it's supposed to be. So he's like, no, I got this and I got it. So I moved all my medical equipment out of the way, and he makes reference to the hospital bed. Oh, those are real comfortable. Like,
We're
Stay
past
focused
that. We're
on-
past all
but
that.
yeah, stay
all I wanna
focused
know
on the
about
garage.
The repairs. Go
So
ahead.
what he started doing is he commits to start working, and I'm telling him, I said, no, you're doing this wrong, for one.
And
I
you all
said,
haven't discussed money yet?
No,
You haven't said how much are you going to charge me to do the spring?
no.
Go
Because
ahead.
I knew he wasn't going to be able to do the spring.
All right, go ahead.
But I was going to see if he was going to be able to allow me to be able to open the garage.
Gotcha.
And so I go in the house. I go upstairs to go change my clothes. My garage is located directly up under
The house? Under
my
bedroom
room,
or whatever, a living room,
So
whatever.
as soon
it
as
is.
I go upstairs, a couple minutes later, I hear clank, clank, bling, bling, a whole bunch of stuff just like falling. So I go downstairs, I rush downstairs. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." So I go back upstairs again. Here we go with the clink, 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 clank, 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 everything falling, and I don't know what was going on. So I said, "Okay, I think you probably need to stop at this point, you know, because it just doesn't sound right, and I don't want you to get hurt." He like, "Yeah, you missing bolts, you missing screws, you missing this, you missing that." I said, "Nothing was missing prior to you getting up there." So, needless to say, I called his boss and let him know he'd probably be walking back to work because I was upset, but I did allow him to come in my home to wash his hands. So as he washing his hands, well, that'd be, I forget the price that he said. That'd be such and such dollars. And I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "If anything, I need to be charging you because you just made the situation worse." So he tells me, "Well, you can do something else."
I don't want to hear all that. How did he make it worse?
He made it worse by losing bolts and pieces, and the garage is like, he left it in shambles.
It was already in disrepair.
It was in disrepair, but he made it worse.
How
to the point
so?
Where this is offline now, the side that was.
But you don't know what it means.
Online.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, ain't no way possible I made it worse.
You tell me what happened.
She lied a couple of times. When she went inside the house to go change clothes, the second it fell, it hit the metal pole that's attached. You're looking at the photo, it's a railing system that's attached to it. It hit the railing system and hit me in the head. I had jumped down. When she came downstairs, she didn't come downstairs more than once. She came down that one time and told me to stop. I told her that was fine with me. I would like to stop. My head hurt. She did invite me in her house to wash my hands. And we talked a little bit. I told her I would like to get paid for the little bit that I've done.
Did you say how much?
I did say a number, but I honestly do not remember.
All right.
So
What did she say then?
She went off on me saying she's not gonna pay me anything. I damaged her garage. Like, she got mad. And I'm confused.
Ma'am, did you have an expert? Ma'am, listen to me.
Yes.
Did you have another expert, a legitimate repair person,
Yes.
come and give you an estimate?
Yes.
And did you have them fix it?
No, I don't have the funds to have it fixed right now.
Or you weren't going to pay him?
I was gonna pay him. If he was able to fix it, absolutely.
You all didn't have a contract. I'm going to conclude you didn't have a contract.
We didn't have a contract.
And you don't have the professional expertise, and neither do you, to determine whether he further damaged it or whether it falling on your head had something to do with what she instructed you to do.
Yeah, but she didn't instruct me to do anything. She wanted me to come look at it and see if I could fix it.
That's instructing you to do something. Come look at it and see if you can fix it. All right. I'm going to conclude that you all both assume the risk. You assume the risk of allowing a computer salesman to come and fix your garage. You assume the risk of repairing something you had no clue about.
None.
Of something falling on you because you twist the wrong knob. You probably screwed something and it fell immediately on your head.
So, and this is the whole thing.
There's no this is the whole thing. I just told you the whole thing. That you both assume the risk for your loss. Both your claims are dismissed. Have a good day.
Big show. No, you still gonna pay.
I wouldn't come inside my store anymore. And you
That's
can't
not
do
your
that.
store. That's my friend's store.
That
How
could
about
be
you
your
get
friend's store. I
fired?
work in there. Can you
It don't matter.
I'm there.
Like, are you wasting my time?